Hi everyone, we are back with episode 4 of our building series. This episode we are post framing. And what that means, simply put, is we are building and assembling the frame of the house, which will give structure to our walls and roof. To give a bit of background, there are two main ways to frame a residential house. The most popular way, and the way your house is probably framed, is called stick framing. This style of framing uses a lot of thinner pieces of wood to create the structural supports of a house, primarily 2x6s and 2x4s set 16 inches apart on center. It's preferred for mass-producing houses because the process is simple and repetitive, perfect for a larger construction team to do without any heavy machinery. Usually, interior walls end up being structural in this type of construction. The second type of framing is called post framing, which is what we are using. This type of framing is typically used to build barn-type structures that have large open spaces inside, since all of the structural load is on the exterior wall. The advantage of building a post frame is that even though it uses larger and heavier posts, the construction requires much less physical labor and can be easily done with a smaller crew with the help of some heavy machinery. And since it's only me and Mike, this was ideal for our building project. The first step in post framing is to build the posts. Typically, these posts can be purchased pre-made, but where we are, this type of building is not as common, so it's harder to find a local supplier that we don't have to pay super high shipping costs for. So we decided to build the posts ourselves. The posts are made from 3 2x6 boards glued and nailed together. The tallest part of our house frame is 15.5 feet, so we used 16-foot long boards. These boards will also be used as girts, which are the horizontal supports that hold the posts together. To build the posts, we cut the boards down to length and used wood glue and framing nails to attach 3 boards together for each post. For the side wall posts, the middle board needs to be shorter at the top to accommodate the roof trusses. We'll show that a bit more in detail in the next episode. After assembling all the posts, we measured the level of each of the post brackets. Even though they were set pretty accurately in the concrete, there's still up to an inch of difference among all the posts. In order to make sure our final structure is level, we are cutting each post to a precise measurement to compensate for all the differences in height. Since the structural load of the house is all on the exterior walls, we actually don't need to put up any interior walls until later, which makes things simpler right now. All we need to do is assemble the posts with our horizontal supports, or girts, and secure them into the post brackets. First, we pre-cut all the girts to length so that we could easily arrange them and nail them to the posts. Once a few posts were connected, we can then lift them up using a telehandler, or this big machine, and knock each of the posts into its bracket. Gotta make sure the posts are nice and straight before securing them with these extra thick bolts. Here's another shot of the wall assembly. Some sections of the walls were smaller, so they didn't require the telehandler to raise into place. Here, we're putting up one side of the garage door opening, so one post is much shorter to accommodate the garage header. When there's a larger opening in the wall, like a garage door, a structural engineer will require you to have a larger beam as a header, so that any weight pushing down on the opening won't make it collapse. This garage door header is made from 3 planks of 2x12 LVLs that we had to glue and nail together, similar to the way we assembled the posts. Then this huge beam is mounted in the garage door opening, fastened with steel brackets. Another smaller post called a cripple post has to be added to the top to support the roof truss in that section of the wall. And that's it! Wall framing is done. It was pretty crazy to see the wall stood up so quickly, and even though we've been working towards this for a while, it still felt like a big milestone. Thanks for following along in this process so far. Tune in next time to see us put up the roof.